Hey guys, Duncan Peterson here with the Gilded Piano, and I've got my new friend David Ryrie. Hey. David's a new technician, and we're gonna go over action repinning. When a hammer looks like this, it needs to be repinned really bad. If it's too loose, it also needs to be repinned. We're gonna go through the process. David's gonna learn, I'm gonna teach, and you guys can learn at the same time. Okay. So we've already been through a few of these steps, David, with some other hammer parts, and so the first step is to determine that it actually needs to be repinned. This should swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, something like that, 5 to 7, and that's swinging once. This is too tight.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do this, and you're going to do that.
Okay.
And first, I'm going to take this tool right here and take that pin out.
Is it like a humidity or environment, or is it moisture in there or something that causes these to bind up?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if the piano is in a humid environment, it's going to swell the wood and cause it to tighten.
Okay.
If it's going to be in a very, very dry environment, the opposite could happen where it just swings 10, 12, 15 times. I'm going to try and get this tool so that it's right in the middle of that pin. I don't want to push out that red felt with this tool if I can help it, because it's hard to get that back in or to rebush that hole. So I'm going to go like this. And there it is. Okay. I'm going to pull it out by hand and set it down. Okay, David, go for it.
Trying to avoid hitting the felt here.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Next, we're going to determine what size pin fits into the bird's eye, into this piece of wood right here. Because it's, in a moment you'll see why. It's easier to remove material from the cloth than it is from the wood. So the pin is going to be tight in the wood and be able to rotate in the cloth when we're done. Need a kit like this. And I'm just going to, you could use a micrometer like this and measure, but I'm just going to experiment. Let's see. Okay. Now, I can push that through with my finger and it actually falls through. So that's obviously too small.
Just a quick question. So when the hammer when it's operating the way that it should, it's tight in here, or is it the other way around when it's swinging? So
the pin is going to not move at all, and the hammer is going to be able to rotate around.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You know what? On the ones that I brought in, I could actually see the pin moving when I was swinging the hammer. So.
Okay. It would only do that if it's too loose in the bird's eye. I think it should only do that if it's too loose in the bird's eye. Now, I think that this pin is going to be the right size because I can't push it through, but I'm going to go one size down and see if I can't push this one through that bird's eye. See how I did that?
Yeah.
This is sliding through, and that was not at all. Okay, now I'm going to have you do the same thing with your hammer.
Okay, so that one just slides through, almost would be falling out.
Okay, cool.
And that one, barely. I have to really force that one.
Okay, so that's probably the right size.
Well, I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah, and if you're taking the pin out with tweezers, see how there's a serrated edge and a flat edge?
Oh, avoid the serrated.
We don't want that to damage that pin.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna pull it out with this, I'm gonna go up here and squeeze.
I just got lucky then on that one.
You got lucky. Okay, the next step then is to make sure that this pin fits properly in the bushing cloth right there. I'm going to feel it right now. It's obviously going to be too tight, and it's kind of sticky feeling. I want you to feel that. Take your pin and push it through your hammer there. It's almost like
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like sticky. That's part of the cause of that green stuff called verdigris.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Verdigris or verdigris. It happens on old Steinway parts, such as this one, where you can see.
You can almost feel the residue on the pin.
See the green on the pin right there. That's verdigris. And we're actually replacing all these parts on the piano in question, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just showing you repinning. And this could work on an in-home repair if there was one hammer that was sticking, one or two or whatever. Okay, if I push that through, it goes through too tight. So I'm gonna get my reamers. These reamers are pointy pieces of metal with a little rasp right from there to there. This is smooth, and then right there it starts to cut the material. And they go from small to big in diameter. What to do now? And that pushes through easily. I'm gonna go up another one, maybe two, but I'll go up one just to see.
More likely to remember doing all this twice.
Yeah. And so you can, and that still feels kind of loose, but I can test it now with my pin. Oh, actually, it feels a little bit better. I'm gonna stick it in both sides. It's a little tighter in that side than it is this side. But I'm still gonna go up one size. So you can start with the lower one if you want. I'm doing this. And I'm gonna go up one more size. I'm kind of twisting it as I insert this. Right there it starts to cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna cover with my fingers. I'm gonna cover that part that is cutting and burnish the bushing like this. And then pull it out.
I think mine was, might have been a little tighter than yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm pushing it through by hand, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. This side is tighter than that side. The way to resolve that is take the same burnishing tool and just position the cutting surface so that you're not pushing all the way through both holes. Let's see if I can get that any better. The view of that. I'm just gonna cut that one side right there. Sorry, the focus isn't very good.
Do you have an example of how it's supposed to? I'm not quite sure if I'm there yet.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna get this one to the point where it should be kind of end up.
Yeah, yours is definitely a little looser than mine, so I can keep going.
This side's definitely looser than that side. But it might still work.
The green part is the part that, because it's supposed to be red, right? So that green part is the stuff that's built up over time?
The verdigris, yeah.
Verdigris, yeah.
Verdigris, Verdigris.
I've seen it written, I had no idea how it was pronounced.
Yeah, maybe it's verdigris. Some people call it verdigris.
Oh, French or something.
Some people call it verdigris. I need to study the French.
Yeah.
I need to get my wife's input because she speaks French and
go.
see if it's verdigris. Maybe it's verdigris.
Here we go. I think I've got it.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to feel it. Okay. Yeah, that's feeling really good.
I didn't make it too loose?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we'll find out here in a minute. And if so, we'll fix that.
Okay.
Okay, to test it, we're going to put these parts together with the hammer up and the flange down in the appropriate direction. You don't want to flip it like this. No, because you'll have to undo it. Stick your pin in.
Oh, there's even, yeah.
And there's a little bit of a concave section right there that helps the pin go through. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to kind of hold it with my left hand put a little bit of pressure right there just to hold it in place. So I can release this hand and use it to get the pin and start to push it through. And I can kind of push it through actually, David, and push it through and feel where that, right there.
Actually, I think I've got it, yeah. Yep, I've got it.
Feel that?
Yep.
And then you'll take this tool and with the other side, this is to push it out and this is to push it in.
Okay, now
see that?
yeah, I was wondering about that.
Makes sense, yeah. And then we're gonna push it through until it's flush on one side. Now it's sticking out on the other side, but that's okay for now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2. Whoa, it's still too tight. Look at that. It's the same as it was.
I think mine is slightly better than it was.
Okay, I'm gonna go like this and kind of shake it out. I'm holding the flange.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going like this.
Yeah.
It's kind of hitting that finger.
Oh, instead of the wood hitting each time.
Yeah, because it goes too far, and I want to get more motions in a shorter
I'm
time.
just afraid I'm gonna break it.
Yeah. Okay, and then let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. So that loosened it up a little bit. 2, 3, 4 maybe, but not enough. How about yours? Show me again. 2, 3. Yeah, so about the same. So now you and I felt what it feels like. That is a little bit too
tight still.
Too tight. Okay, so we're gonna put this. We're gonna get this out in the same manner as we got it out the first time. We still want to use that pin because it fits in the bird's eye, the wooden bird's eye. But now I'm going to take our reaming tool and go a little more.
I think it goes up more.
I'm going to burnish it so it cuts down here, burnishes up here, creates some heat, and gets rid of the fuzzies if there are any fuzzies in there. I'm going to feel it. Okay, this is feeling. It's feeling pretty good. I'm going to pin it again. It's a little bit of a trial and error process to.
That was there.
Yeah, mine is too. Okay, I'm sort of tapping it in because I don't want to slam that pin into the wood. I want to push it gently through the bird's eye hole, and if it's off kilter, then you could easily go like that.
Take the felt out.
Well, no, the pointy end of this pin, if this is not lined up front to back and you ramrod it in, it'll just punch a hole through the wood.
Oh, okay. All right, well.
You want one hole, not more than one, just one hole, because the dimensions are critical. Okay, go for it. All right, let's see. I'm gonna shake it a little bit because I'm gonna do this because the piano is gonna be played a bunch, and the hammer's gonna swing around. So you kind of want to, like, I don't know, work the felt in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I got 7.
Let's see.
1, 2. Oh, I hit my finger. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Good. See, and I'm a little bit less than that.
I'm all done.
See,
Professional.
David did better than me. Almost done. We're not quite done with the final steps. This is okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, an argument can be made to leave it just like it is. I'm going to do a little bit of a gram gauge here. It's about 3 grams of resistance. Depending on where it's at in the piano, that's probably going to be adequate. And so the number of swings, I'm fine with that.
So now it's cutting the pin, is it?
Cutting the pin, and here's the last.
I was wondering what those are for.
Right there. These are flush cutters. You can get them on Amazon from Xuron, and they cut flush right there. And these are a fantastic tool for this. It's not the only tool to use, but so you want to put the flat side against the wood,
and then have it shoot in your eyeball when
exactly. Turn it away from you, and it cuts it. It cuts it nice and flat. Whereas other pliers will crimp
Yeah.
the end of it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And ideally you want it flat on both sides so that there isn't a ridge there. And that's the benefit of that tool right there.
Got it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, it's holding it down. 4, 5, 6.
Good.
6, 7.
Good. So, all right. So we have successfully repinned these 2 old Steinway hammers, and at least there won't be a problem with the pinning anymore. And so, hopefully, if there's any questions, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe. Isn't that what they say?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Hopefully you benefited from this. We had fun. Talk to you later.